I had with the class last week. So this is a departmentalized exam, meaning all exams are the same with the following sections from O1 to O8. And we are required to do this on time. So I understand that all of you will let are were decided not to join this. So there were two items that needs to get to model, and the final answer will be the mass of a figure. So, but don't worry, the exam will be different from this, since right now I'm going to share to you how it was done. So, please access your SolidWorks so you could run through it with me. And if you have questions, you can ask me already. Uh, so if you have some recording tools, you may record this session also. So you will be able to understand how it was done in a very practical way. Okay. So is your SolidWorks already open? For those na nagso-SolidWorks ngayon, or can I see some thumbs up or reactions? Okay. So now I'm sharing to you the SolidWorks. So this is 2022. Again, I'm not very picky kung anong klaseng SolidWorks yung gamit nyo, as long as SolidWorks siya. So let me just somewhat allow me na not to have this full screen so we could have it side by side. Right. So the first thing that you need to do again on SolidWorks is to create new file. So new. Then it will be on the part environment, which is this one. Then click OK. So this is what you got after you create a new file. So the first thing that you are going to do whenever you see some design plate or design exam, so you are going to read the notes. So the first note here is that all dimension is in inches. Uh, so where are you going to adjust it here in SolidWorks? So you will see it at the lower right bottom. You will just click this one and have it as IPS. So we have four selections. We have the meter, kilogram, second, centimeter, gram, second, and we have it here also millimeter, gram, second, and lastly we have IPS. So we're going to select inch, pound, second. So going back here on the test paper, you will be able to see that all dimensions are in inches used two decimal places, and the mass is in pounds. So sasagutan nyo to na dapat mayroon na dapat naka-pound siya. Okay. So the second thing that you're going to do is inspect the model, right? When we say inspect the model, make sure that you will be able to visualize it yourself. So, nagsabi naman dito that this is front view. So this projection will be the front view, and this area, the one here, it's on the top view, and this is the right side view. Okay. So if I am the one who's taking this exam, the first thing that I'm going to do is to plot these dimensions, or to somewhat analyze what are the figures here. So we have slot. So the lower base is the slot. We have two holes with counter bore. We have one circular boss here, and we have some slits or cutout. Okay, let's do it one by one, right? So I'm going to start on the top view, imagining that my eye is here and I'm looking downward here. So top plane, then you'll be able to see this icon sketch, or if not, select the sketch here, select the top plane, then click sketch. Then after that, the first thing that I'm requiring you to do is to create your center line or reference lines. So just select this line, have the center line here, from here up to the center, then here. So you now have the center line. So analyzing a while ago, we determined that there's a slot. So this is the slot portion. So create the slot. So let's have it here as, let's create a slot first, then something like that. So you have now a slot, but it is not on the center. So if there, take note that if there is no location that is indicated on your workpiece or on this drawing, it is assumed to be on the center. So the first thing that you're going to do is select this line. So disorient the size of the slot and also how is it located. So click your reference point or reference line. Then while holding the control button, select this line. So you are now selecting two lines and have it as collinear. So on our geometry, when we talk about collinear relationship, that would mean that it is within the same projection line or line. So magkapatong sila. Then the next is this one. You don't know, you need to fix this center line of the slot to your origin, which is this one. So select this point of the slot, while holding the control button, select the origin and have it as coincident. So now you have a slot and it is on the center. So now what you're just going to define is the size of the slot, how wide it is and how thick it is. So now let's go with dimensioning. So what we have here is that it has a radius of 10, or I would say here, since it was in inches and two decimal places, we can have it as 1.0. Smart dimension, select this one and have the radius as 1. So it's 1 inches, right? And since you are creating a slot, meaning this radius, it should be equal to this one. Now you will be able to see that the center of this one, this 1.75, is the same as the location or the center of this radius. So click smart dimension. Okay, ayan. Let me highlight this one. Okay, so let's highlight this one. So we have now here 1. Then let's have 1.75 as the location from the center. So click smart dimension, click this one, the center of one radius and the origin, and have it defined as 1.75. And this is a slot and it is symmetric. You could also verify it by clicking Smart Dimension from here to here. It should be also 1.75 and make this dimension driven. So you will be able to see that this is a symmetric part, both 1.75. The other one is in gray color, meaning this is a driven dimension. All right. So let's mark this 1.75 and this one. And now let's have this thickness. So this thickness is 0.75. So exit sketch. After exiting sketch, click extrude boss or base. Then define it as 0.75. So you're also okay with this 0.75. Then you should be able to create this hole cola. So it was defined as there's a through hole of 0.5 inches and we have a counter bore of 0.88 inches with the depth of 0.25. I'm not sure whether you are familiar with this kind of dimensioning, but this is a very typical mechanical call out for hole with the counter bore. So first, let's start with this 0.5. So in order for you to do that, to select this face, right click and select normal to. So after that, select this face, then click sketch. After that, again, the first requirement that I'm asking you to do is create a center line from here to here. Then after that one, create a hole. Create a hole first. After you create a hole, uh, establish the size and the relationship. So let's establish the size. The size is zero point 0.5 inches. So click Smart Dimension, select it here, and it's 0.5, 0.5, then OK. Then define its location. So its location is the same with the 1.75. You will be able to see it here. So it is concentric. So select this radius or this part of the slot while holding the control button. Select this circle, then have the relationship concentric. So there, it is already defined. You will be able to see that the center of this radius is the same with the center of this circle. So you will be able to see this relationship. Then after that, in order for you to translate here on this other side, click mirror entities, select the circle itself, then mirror about your center line, then click OK. So, and you are going to create your feature true. So exit your sketch, click feature, click extruded cut, then since it's true, just have it here, select true all, then click OK. So you now have two holes. So let's highlight this one. Okay, let's now do the 0.88 counter bore with a depth of 0.25. So select this portion, click normal to, select this face and click sketch. Sketch. Again, the first thing that you need to do is create a center line. So after you create center line, now create a hole again. So this time, this is a counter bore, meaning the center of this two hole that we created a while ago is the same with this counter bore. So just click here and have it here. So define the size of 0.88, 0.88, and it is already color block, so it's defined already. It's cosine, it's sharing the same center with this hole. Then click mirror entities, entities to mirror, which is this one, and mirror about is this one. Then click check or OK. So now you have two circles. Then exit sketch. After exiting sketch, select extrude cut. Then have it blind and make it 0.25, 0.25. So there. You now have the counter bore. So let's highlight it here on our reference. There you go. Okay. Uh, can you have some thumbs up if you're able to have it? Okay. Now, let's create this big boss or big cylinder here. So, obviously, it is not defined, meaning there's no size that is being have here. But you will be able to see that the surface of this cylinder is coinciding with this line. So, meaning its diameter is tangent to this portion. So, select this face again, click normal to, then select it and click sketch. So let's create a hole, or sorry, not a hole, but a circle here. But first, let's create a reference point again. Then click this circle here and just create a circle. Then, since we know that this portion is tangent here, so select your circle. While holding the control button, select this side and click tangent. Now you have a circle and it is defined. And now, what is the height? It's 2 inches. So exit sketch, then features, extrude, boss or base. So this time you are going to extend it here, things like that. But it was said that it is 2 inches from the bottom. And you have 0.75 here. So 2 minus 0.75 is 1.25, right? However, if you want to still translate these 2 inches, select this one. Instead, select offset from the surface. When we say offset from the surface, you will be able to select what's the reference point. So select offset from the surface. Then here you're going to select this one. Why? Why I am selecting this one? Because you should be able to, so the bottom part is this and have the dimension 2 inches. So, and it is now projecting at the bottom. So in order for you to project it on the top, just select this one and click check. So in order for you to validate that, select this surface and while holding the control button, select this surface and you will be able to see 2 inches here. It's 2 inches at the bottom. Okay. So we are now okay with this dimension. Yeah. The next is uh, there is a hole which is 1.125 Gagawa ulit tayo ng butas. Select this face. So, why this face? Because this is the source of the hole going down. Select this face. Right click. Select normal to. Then after that, select this one. Then sketch. So, create your center lines. Then select circle here. And let's have a dimension of 1.125. 1.125. Then then it is already color block, so it is already defined. It's fully defined. Exit the sketch. Then click feature, extrude cut, and it should be through all. Now we are now okay on this dimension. Okay. So there's a reference dimension here that this one should be 2. So if you're going to measure this diameter, it is 2 inches. Okay. Now, let's create this slot here, which is zero point 0.5 inches. So right click, sorry, select this one, then right click, select normal to, then select this one, create, click sketch, then have it as center line like this. Then you are going to cut this kind of portion. So let's have a rectangle here. Let's just create first a rectangle. Then since it is related on the center, select this one while holding the control button, select your reference line, select this another line so you have 3 lines, then have symmetry. Then same with this one, select this line, your center line, and this line, and have it as symmetric. Then define the dimension. The dimension is 0.5. So smart dimension from here to here, it's 0.5. Now you don't know the length, right? You don't know the length of this rectangle that we created. So, and your intention is just really to cut. So just select this line and select this projection line here and have it as collinear. So now you have this line. At the same time, we're going to create this portion, which is also zero point 0.5. So again, create your rectangle, then select these 3 lines, reference line, then click symmetric. So same with this one, select, and this reference line, click symmetric. Then use smart dimension, select these 2 lines. It's both 0.5. Then select this circle and this line, have it as tangent. Now, after doing this, you need to use trim entities to delete some of unnecessary lines. Trim entities, cut this one, cut this one, cut it, cut this, and cut this. Okay, then select check or okay. So now we will be able to define this portion and this one. So the point 25 was defined as symmetric, meaning from this portion up to here, it is point 25. So that's the point 25. It is a driven dimension. Okay, so that's the point 25 here. Then exit sketch. Then now extrude cut again, extrude cut. Then have it blind and have it as 0.63. Now, so you are now also done with this. So that's it. You now have this one up to here. So in order for you to validate your answer, you click evaluate, then have it as mass properties. You should be able to get 0.31 pounds. So that's the answer that you should be able to write here whenever you are answering this. It should be your 0.31 pounds. Okay? So some other sections will be able to answer this 0.31. So kung tama yung model ninyo, makukuha nyo yung 0.31. Let's say nagkamali ka ng pagkaka-layout. Let's say this is 0.5. Mag-iiba na yung kanyang mass properties ng bahagya. Oh, it's still 0.31. So kahit magkamali ka pala ng konti, ganun pa rin yung ganun pa rin yung makukuha mong value. Kasi hindi naman super accurate din si SolidWorks when it comes to mass properties. So now, nasundan ba? Nakagawa ba ng model? Can someone react? So una natin ginawa, kumuha tayo ng boss extrude, which is the basis, the sketch here to get the 0.75. Then after that, we create two holes, which is this 0.55, 0.5. Then we create a counter board, the 0.88 with the depth of 0.25. Then after that one, we create this feature. Then we cut the hole, the middle, and lastly, we created this feature which is here. Then let's say you want to apply any colors on this one. So just right click this one and have appearance. Appearance, let's say you want it to make it color blue or cyan blue or green. There. Gusto nyo lagyan ng kulay, pwede. If kung alin yung mas convenient sa inyo. So that's number 1. At kung nag-exam kayo, meron na kagad kayong 50 points. Of course, I'm going to verify kung paano nyo ginawa yung model. So, patry ngang gawin and pasend nga ng snapshot sa ating Facebook kung nagawa ba to. I will give you at least 10 minutes to have this. Pasend na lang sa Facebook ha kung pag nagawa nyo yung model. Screenshot nyo lang. Hello? So, meron bang naka-model? Parang wala yatang nakagawa. Meron ba? Okay. Sige. Take note na iba yung magiging exam nyo ha from this, and hindi ako magdadalawang isip na isiro kayo sa prelim pag hindi kayo nakapag SolidWorks next week sa 14. So, this is now the chance na magtanong kayo sa akin if you have questions on SolidWorks. And kung it seems like walang nagtatry, walang gumagawa siguro, baka naka-cellphone lang yung iba. Okay. Okay, so for the next item, here, so let me close this one. So let's create new model. So this is number 2. Item number 2 on the exam. So the first thing that you're going to look here is to analyze it. And the first thing that you have here is all the dimensions are in millimeter. So now it's on millimeter, so it's fine. Now, if you're going to analyze it, so this is the front view where it is being cut here, and this is the profile. So this is the front view. So let's now create a model that is based on the front view. So select the front view and click sketch. So the first thing that we're going to do is to create a reference lines from here to here, from here to here. Then, in order for you to have this, so we could somewhat mimic this profile, right? Meaning, let's create this line up to here, then here to here, and going up, this, this, here, here. Then after that, let's have it dimension. So select smart dimensions from here to here. It is 20 millimeter. From here to here, it's also 20. It's not 20, 20. Then from this portion up to here was defined as 90. Then from here up to here is defined as 140. Then let's for defining the length. So from here to here, it's 15. From here to here, it's 165 millimeter. For this one, it was assumed that this is collinear. So in order for you to have that, just select this one. While holding the control button, select this, then have it as collinear. So that's that. And we have the 90 dimension here. So smart dimension from here to here, it is 90. Here. So it's still not defined. So just make this line and this line on your reference line collinear. So select this line while holding the control key, select this one, then have it collinear. There you go. So there is still one point that is not defined here, which is the dimension from this point up to this point. So what we're going to do is just assume that it is also 20. So select smart dimension from here to here and have it as 20. And now, after that, we're going to use the revolve feature. O ang ginawa kasi dito, after niyang magawa tong profile na to, kailangan niya siyang ipaikot na ganyan. So in order for you to do that, exit sketch, select features, revolve base, then select axis of revolution. So ito yung select natin, then have it as 270 degrees. So it's on the back, para mailipat nyo sa kabila, click nyo lang to, and click check or okay. So now you have the same model as what we have here, 270 degrees. So yun, tapos ka na. Meron ka na uling 50 points if you will be able to have the mass of 2,799.16 grams. So yan. So ganun lang yung mga exam natin. Kailangan nyo lang siyang i-model, then clicking evaluate, then mass properties. You have something like this. Nakuha ba? Nakuha nyo pero hindi walang nagso-SolidWorks, no? So, wala sanang magreklamo pag halimbawa nagbigay ako ng ibang exam then medyo mahirap. Mahirapan talaga kayo pag di kayo nagpa-practice, no? Again, wag nyo sanang i-taken for granted to kasi nowadays nauuso yung mga work from home na trabaho and the current business model of the world is that ina-outsource nila itong pagde-design. So you are working overseas pero yung mga company na nag-employ sa'yo ay mga nasa ibang bansa. Kung gusto niyo mag-work na ganon, ang setup, yung hindi napunta ng planta, nagde-design kayo sa bahay, you have more time, aralin niyo to. Take note na yung ibang mga softwares, dito lang din nakabase sa SolidWorks, iba-iba lang yung icons. Pero ganito yung way ng pagmamodel niya. So kung gusto niyo pumunta sa ganitong field, don't take this for granted. Kasi it will really help you. Oh. So, for the for our exam next week, so expect nyo na mas marami tayong figures na gagawin, siguro 3 or 4 na tig to 25 points. I assure you na iba yung ibibigay ko model sa inyo, wala siya sa internet. And wala kayong makikita ang reference noon, kundi ako lang yung magbibigay sa inyo noon. So, I'm quite assuming na walang nasa-SolidWorks sa inyo ngayon kasi walang nakakapag-send man lang ng layout sa GC. Ayun, may isa. Yun. So, nakuha niya. So, Carl, gawin mo din tong ano, itong padalawa. So, pag nagawa mo to, send mo sa akin sa email. Huwag ka na kumuha ng exam next week, no? So, paggawa na lang itong padalawa, isend mo sa akin sa email itong ginawa mo ngayon at saka yung isa. Then, send mo sa akin sa email para hindi ka na kumuha ng exam next week. Okay. So, ikaw lang yung exempt ko kasi ikaw lang yung actively participating dito sa session na to. So, the reason why I'm doing this is para hindi kayo magulat sa exam and you should be able to practice. Uh, but unfortunately, pwede kasi kayong magtanong, pwede kayong mag-raise ng flag kung nahihirapan kayo at parang walang nagpipay ng attention. So, yun. Pasend na lang sa akin. Then let's have a 10-minute break bago tayo mag-transition sa mga additional topics that I'm going to discuss here in SolidWorks. Let's reconvene again by 8:35. Thank you. Alright, so let's proceed with additional features na gagawin natin sa SolidWorks, especially on part modeling. So now, let me open one. So this is one example ng ating mga part na ginagawa namin sa company. So the one thing that I'm going to discuss is about configuration. So when we talk about SolidWorks configuration, uh, we are we are trying to give some stages or some definition ng part depende kung paano siya gagamitin. For instance, in this case, so meron tayong ginawa ditong dalawang configuration. So the one with this feature, the body and shell, and if we go to another configuration, nag-iiba siya ng kulay kasi walang body and shell. So, so paano gumawa ng bagong configuration? So madali lang, just right click this one and add configuration. Let's say we will have additional features that will be added on this part um, with access holes. So pagkagawa ninyo ng configuration, so kung gusto nyo gumawa ng butas dito, select this portion, select sketch, then have the center line here, select create circle, and define size 0.09, let's say, and we have it as located from this surface of 0.1 inches. Exit sketch, then extruded cut, go on. So I'm calling these two holes an access hole. So, pag pumunta uli ako sa ibang mga configuration, let's say on drawing, pwede ko na siyang suppress. With access hole, may butas. Pag sa drawing, wala. So pag sa configuration, pwede kang magtago ng mga features mo na nandito with access hole, without access hole, or for the drawing. So yan. Pero pareho mo siyang ginawa. Kung gusto mong itago yung ibang mga pyesa, punta tayo ng may access hole. Halimbawa ay aalisin nyo to. So right click nyo lang itong cut extrude na to. Then suppress. Yan. Kung makikita nyo yung pagkakaiba dyan, pag pumunta ako sa configuration na to, meron nito, nawala yung butas. With access hole, yan. So ginagamit to pag nagpe-present kayo ng mga part. Meron kayong isang portion na may butas, may isang portion na wala. Or kung ipagbebenta nyo to sa market, pwede nyo ipakita na, meron po kaming option sir na may butas. Ito. Meron din naman po kami option na walang butas, pero meron ditong relief. Yan. So, pag nagagamit tong configuration na to para mas mapakita yung state. Or kung gusto nyo may kulay yellow, pwede dito naman yung iselect nyo. Ayan. Color yellow, without color, without hole, and this one, with hole, wala namang access line dito. So, ito ay additional information lang, baka magamit nyo in the future kung magiging designer kayo, pero hindi naman nire-require na gumawa kayo ng mga configuration. So, ang ginagawa naman ng ibang mga design engineers, gumagawa na lang sila ng bagong model, bagong file. Pero dito, kung tinatamad ka, gusto mo rin lang naman ipakita. So, pwedeng iisa na yung file mo, then Then yan, gawa ka lang ng configuration para hindi ka na gumawa ng part. Ayan. So that's additional information for configuration. So hindi ito itinuturo sa labas at hindi rin ito natuturo sa mga training na binabayaran din. So ito ay ginagamit talaga sa field, sa applications. Okay. So other additional feature that I could share is this whole wizard. O kung gagawa tayo uli, try natin uling gawin yung kanina, yung exam natin. I'll just make this quick para mapakita sa inyo yung importance din ng whole wizard.
The same amount of materials a single flat bottom silo or tower silo can potentially increase transportation and installation costs. Next po ay yung ating flat bottom silo. So, ang pinagkaiba na kay tower silo ay ito lang po ay mas malapad. Yun lang. No? Pero silo pa rin naman po. Mas malapad. So here is a video for our flat bottom silo. Naririnig po ba?
So now let's try to have this as so kanina meron tayong option na meron tayong hole na counter bore at meron tayong through hole. So pwede kayong gumamit ng hole wizard. Click hole wizard. Then meron tayong mga hole type dito. So kanina special siya. So click natin to. Yan, pag sinelect nyo yan, select nyo simple hole lang ba or mas maganda ay counter board. Yan. So sa counter bore, meron na yung mga diameter. So ito, sabi kanina diameter ay 0.5. So, ito yung 0.5 ito. So pwede kayong dito na mag-edit ng 0.5. Yan. Tapos meron ang kanya daw depth. Ang sabi, ang depth daw dito true. Yan. Walang nakalagay na ano. So pwedeng dito nyo ilagay na true all. Then itong counter bore. Sige. Ito naman, counter bore diameter is 0.88 daw, sabi ng drawing. So 0.88. Then yung depth down ni counter bore ay 0.25. Shortcut na to sinishare ko ha. So after nyan, after mo ma-define itong 0.5, yung depth wala na kasi ito true naman siya. Then we have a counter bore diameter of 0.88 and 0.25. Then have it as position. Click mo lang to kung saan ka magbubutas. Then yan. Halimbawa dyan. Click OK. So ito din yun. Meron kang 0.88 at meron kang 0.5. Yan. So yan lang din yung ginawa natin kanina pero whole lang yung nakalagay dito. So lalabas yan then Sir, paano kung halimbawa gusto ko dalawa yung butas? So edit mo lang tong sketch. Edit sketch. Gawa ka na lang muna uli ng center line dito. Both sides. Then select this point. Itong point na to, ito yung location ng iyong counter bore. So pag sinelect mo yan up to here, let's have it coincident. Then define the distance between here to here of 1.75. Tapos, pag gumamit ka ng whole wizard, every point corresponds to one counter bore. So, mag-mirror ka na lang. Select mo itong tuldok, mirror about dito. Then check. Then after nyan, mag-exit sketch ka lang. Ayan na. May counter bore ka na. So, itong 2 times 0.5, tapos may counter bore na 0.88, nagawa mo lang siya ng isang feature. Unlike kanina, nagbutas muna tayo ng 0.5, tapos nag-counter bore tayo nito, pinagsama na natin dito sa whole wizard. So, isa yan sa mga shortcut na nagagamit lalo na sa industry. Talagang gamit na gamit yung whole wizard kasi ito ay naka-standard naman itong mga size na to. Yan. O yung kanina sa exam, kung gumamit kayo, nag-effort kayo mag-model at nagdalawa kayo ng feature, pwede nyo na siyang pagsamahin. Yan. Ano, yan din yun. 0.5, yan. Okay. Then, yan yung mga nagagamit natin kalimitan. So, itong mga revolve cut, so hindi naman natin yan gagamitin. Hindi ko na para ituro yan. So, ang tinuro ko lang ay more on configuration at saka itong whole wizard. Alright. So, pinakita ko rin sa inyo kung paano maglagay ng kulay. Right-click nyo lang dito and have appearance. Or kung gusto nyo, click nyo lang to and pwede nyo i-select yan. Yan yung palitan agad ng kulay, yan ang green. Halimbawa, itong counter bore, itong hole, gusto nyo palitan ng kulay, gawin yung dilaw. Pwede. Ayan. So, if you want to be artistic on colors, you may do so as long as you will be able to understand kung ano yung mga pinaglagay mo. Okay. So, now punta na tayo sa assembly. So, ito na yung magko-cover ng midterm natin. Assembly naman na. So, ang assembly, from the name itself, you will be able to combine majority of the parts. So, hindi na kayo magmo-model dito. Assuming na maalam na kayo mag-model, maalam na kayo mag-3D, so ngayon mag-assemble naman tayo. So, ang requirement ng sa assembly, kailangan may mga parts na kayong nagawa. So, let me open one example of assembly. Let's say this one. So, yan. Meron tayong mga application. Yan. Wag pala to. Medyo broken yung methods. Ano ba yung mas madadali? Ito na lang. Ito na lang. So, dito sa isang example na to, ito ay ginawa namin sa factory para gumawa ng fixture. So when we talk about fixture, ito lang naman yung nasa ilalim and this is the actual part. So, ano ba yung mga inassemble ko dito? Meron akong ginawang manifold, which is the orange one, and we have the fixture, which is this one, the gray one, and meron tayong set of screw. 4 na screw. Yan. So, kung ikaw ay mechanical designer, ang ginagawa mo muna, i-model mo muna itong mga parts na to. So, ito, na-model natin to. So, madali lang naman siyang block. So, siya ay merong base, meron siyang fillet dito, meron siyang top hole or yung thread, yung pagsusuutan ng tornilyo. So, you might ask, sir, bakit hindi naka-model yung thread? Pag nasa factory na kayo or pag nagde-design na kayo, hindi na natin minomodel ang thread kasi pampabagal lang siya. Katakaw kumain ng memory yung mga thread. Yan. Just to be able to represent it more, so yan yung may broken line siya. And we have a cut extrude here, which is itong counter bore. Ayan. So, try natin uling gumawa ng assembly. Magbubuksan ko to lahat. Ayan. So, magagawa tayo ng bagong assembly, no? So, we have 3 parts. Ayan. Pwede nyo gantuhin yung SolidWorks nyo, ha? So, let's say, mabilis-bilis naman yung SolidWorks nyo. Pwede nyo gawing ganyan. Na-optimize naman siya na ganito. Yan. Meron tayong 3 part. So, ito yung tornilyo. Tingnan nyo na lang. Ito yung tornilyong isa. Then, we have here the fixture block. So, ito yung nagawa na din. Then, we have here yung manifold. So, sa company namin, tinatawag namin itong thermal manifold dahil ito ay dinadaanan ng hangin. And ito yung mga daanan ng hangin niya. Nadaan siya dyan after lalabas ng ganyan. Okay. Malay nyo, ganito yung mga ibigay kong exam. May mga ganyang feature. May mga ganito. Tingnan natin. Thermal manifold to. Ito ay ginagamit sa mga saan nga ba ito nagagamit? Sa mga maliliit na components, sa mga data hub. So now, let's create assembly. So in order for you to create assembly, click create file and click new. Select nyo na itong assembly. Ayan. Pag nagbukas kayo ng assembly ngayon, ito yung mga lalabas sa inyong choices. So mamimili kayo ngayon kung alin yung una nyong ilalagay. So take note na ang assembly, meron siyang tinatawag na reference part o yun yung una nyong ilalagay sa assembly. So mamimili ka. If you are working on a company, may mga part numbers na yung mga item mo. Pero kung wala ka naman sa company, pwede mo yung mga pangalan mo ng file. Katulad nung kay Carl, si Carl kanina, pinangalan niyang file doon sa model niya, exam1. So, kung paggagawa siya ng assembly at nakabukas yung part exam1, lalabas yung exam1 dito sa documents. So, let's say ang gagamitin ko una ay itong fixture. Yan. So, yan na yan. So, pagka-select ko, mapapansin nyo agad na ito ay naka-F. F stands for fix. Yan. So, yan yung per default ginagawa ni SolidWorks pag naglagay ka ng part. Naka-fix siya. Pero, may downside yan. Ang downside yan, wala siya sa origin. Yung part mo, wala sa gitna ng origin. Ito yung origin mo, itong point na to, and yung part mo, wala sa gitna. So, para maigitna mo siya, isa-select mo to, then right-click, then click float. Ifo-float mo muna siya. So, ibig sabihin, pwede mo na siyang igalaw kahit saan. Ito yung origin mo. Yan. So, ang first thing that you are going to establish whenever you are creating an assembly is that yung una mong part, kailangan mo siyang isentro sa gitna. Kung dun sa sketch, we are defining it with respect to the center, gumagawa tayo ng Cartesian plane. So, dito, ginagawa din natin. So, paano gagawin yun? Gagamit tayo ng mga fundamental planes sa SolidWorks. So, ang mga fundamental planes, we have front plane, top plane, and right plane. So, ang gagawin nyo lang, itong front plane na nasa taas at yung front plane ng part mo, select mo lang itong dalawang to, then you're going to create select mate. Yan. Sa SolidWorks kasi, in order for you to relate two items or two components sa assembly, gumagamit tayo ng mate. Yan. So yan, kung makikita nyo dito sa illustration, it is parang pinagko-combine mo, pinagkatabi-tabi mo yung mga parts. So yan yung mate. So kung nasa British ka, pag sinabing mate, it's partner, hey mate, parang tawagan lang. Kung Americans naman, iba din yung meaning ng mate. Pero sa SolidWorks, when we talk about the word mate, it is the combination. So going back here, we have 3 fundamental planes. Ito ay hindi nawawala sa assembly. Lagi yung nandyan, yung 3 plane na yan. And yung part mo, meron din 3 plane. So ganito gagawin ninyo, select nyo itong front plane na to, select while holding the control key, select mo rin itong front plane nitong part mo. So sa makikita to, minsan kasi pagkabukas nyo, ganyan lang, itataggle down nyo siya. Select the front plane and select the front plane here. Then, choose mate. Yan. So makikita nyo, bakit pumunta dito? Okay lang yon. Then select check or okay. Yan. Isa-isahin natin. After nyan, okay ka na sa top plane, sa front plane, top plane naman. Select nyo itong top plane. And while holding the control button, select nyo rin yung top plane ng pyesa nyo. So lumalabas yan. Then, click mate. Yan. Then lastly, isa-select yung right plane na to at yung right plane ng pyesa nyo, which is yung nasa gitna, and select mate. Ayan. And select check and okay. So mangyayari, nasa gitna na siya. So select mo yung origin, ayun na, gitna na siya. At yan din yung centroid niyan and yung moment of inertia na dyan sa gitna. So yun yung unang gagawin ha. Magbubukas ng assembly, after magbukas ng assembly, pipili ka ng isang pyesa na doon yung magre-reference ka. Then after nyan, i-fix mo siya gamit yung mga planes. Ayan, yun yung una mong gagawin. So, pangalawa, after that, select nyo lang tong insert components. Then select ka uli dito ng isa, double click nyo, kahit ganyan. Then, i-drop nyo muna siya dyan kahit saan. So kanina, doon sa pinapakita ko, itong piyesang to, itong color orange na to, or we're calling it manifold, nakapatong siya dito. Pag nakapatong yan, ang una mong ginagawa ay i-mate mo ulit. So, ang gagawin mo, pipindutin mo yung mate, kapindot mo ng mate, select mo kung saan siya ipapatong, at i-select mo din dito. So by the way, naiikot ko siya, ginagamit ko yung scroll button ng mouse, i-hold mo lang para ma-rotate na ganyan. And select mo siya doon sa mga feature kung saan siya papatong. So in this case, ito yung papatungan niya. Ayan. Ayan. Then select check. So again, sir, makikita mo naka-negative pa yan. So, ibig sabihin, hindi pa siya talaga fully assembled. So nakikita mo kanina, pinakikita ko sa inyo kanina na naka-screw siya. Sir, paano yun? Wala pa kaming screw. Okay lang yun. Pero pag mag-i-install ka kasi ng screw, dapat yung butas na to, dito papasok yung screw, at yung kanyang pagtatahian or yung thread niya, dapat doon siya papasok din. No? So, ginagamit natin yung term na, so, ang gagawin nyo dyan, gagamit tayo ng mate ulit. So, select mo yung mate. After selecting the mate, ano ba yung type ng mate na ginagamit natin pag mga screw? Diba ito concentric? So, if you're going to select this concentric mate, sa geometry, pag sinabing concentric, sharing the same center. And pag maglalagay kayo ng screw, hindi naman duling ang screw. Dapat kung papasukan yung thread at saka yung access hole niya sa taas, dapat same center siya. So, gawin nyo lang, select nyo lang itong butas na to, itong body niya. So, yun yung isa. Then, select nyo lang uli yung thread, which is ito. Ayan. So, click nyo to finish mate. Push nyo muna yung mate. So, yan. Nakamate na siya sa ganyan, di ba? Pero, kahit nakamate siya dyan sa ganyan, kung makikita nyo, may negative sign pa rin. So, ibig sabihin, hindi pa rin maganda yung pagkaka-assemble nyo. Bakit? Tingnan nyo itong gagawin ko ha. Naikot pa siya. Pag kayo ba nag-assemble, gusto nyo ba na ganyan? Kung i-screw nyo. So, ang gagawin natin, i-mate nyo rin to. So, select the mate portion. Select this one. After you select that one, select nyo rin to. Ayan. So, automatic yung concentrate and click check. So, ngayon, properly naka-assemble na yung inyong pyesa. Ayan. So, wala ka ng negative icon. Then, pag sinelect mo yan at kinalaw mo, the selected component is fully defined. It cannot be moved. So, ngayon, ang kulang na lang dito ay yung tornilyo. So, yung tornilyo, click nyo yung mate. Sorry. So, insert components. Ito yung tornilyo. Ayan. So, gagawin nyo lang, di ba, pag tornilyo nga, kailangan kung ano yung butas na to na pagpapasukan niya at kung ano ito, dapat shoot na shoot. So, select mate. After selecting the mate, click concentric. Select nyo to. Isang to. Then, select nyo to. Automatic na yan. Napupunta siya dyan. Sir, kailangan ko pa bang i-mate siya dun sa baba, dito sa ilalim? Dito. Pwede nyong gawin yan. Wala namang issue. Pero, kahit hindi nyo na gawin. Bakit? Kasi kanina, i-mate na natin itong butas na to dito. Ibig sabihin, since sa pagsama nyo na yung dalawang ganyan, at itong si screw, dito nyo na siya i-mate, okay na yon. Hindi na siya, sapat na yung relationship na yon. So, syempre, ito, balik tayo dito sa screw. Itong screw, hindi naman siya naka-fasten talaga. Ayun, naiikot ko pa, din napunta siya sa baba. Gagawin natin, ito kasi, di ba pag kayo nag-i-screw kayo, halimbawa may ina-assemble kayo. Ano ba yung mga typical na ina-assemble natin? Estudyante pa ako or nung una pa ako nag-assemble ako ng mga upuan. So kailangan yung screw, iupo mo siya dito. Iupo mo siya dyan. So gagawin nyo lang, select mate. Then after select mate, dito papatong yung screw. Tapos iikot nyo lang ng konti. Ito yung tatama sa screw ganyan. Select nyo lang yan. Okay na. Okay na, nakapaglagay na tayo ng screw, ano? So, pag naikot pa siya, kung ikaw nag-assemble, mababaklas ngayon siya. So, ang gawin nyo lang, para hindi siya umikot, itaggle daw nyo to. Then, meron siyang mga planes din, front, top, right. So, pwedeng piliin nyo yan front. Pagka-select nyo yung front na yan, then while holding, select nyo itong front plane natin dito sa pinaka main assembly, select nyo yung mate. Yan. So, mangyayari dyan, automatic na magiging parallel siya sa front plane mo. Then, select, check. Ayan. So, mangyayari ngayon, na-mate mo siya, hindi na siya maiikot. Ayan. So, ito, may section view yan. Kung titingnan mo siyang ganyan, yun. Nakatornilyo ngayon siya. nakatornilyo ngayon. So, ganyan tayo pag nag-assemble, no? Meaning, iniintindi natin kung ano yung mga screw na papasukan, saan papasok yung screw, ano yung tamang relationship niya, dapat nasa gitna, etc. So, hindi lang tayo basta makapag-mate ha, baka mamaya yung mga models natin, sablay-sablay. So, dito sa mga ganitong scenario, let's say, nasa company ka, diba, nag-OJT ka, pinagawa ka ng fixture. So, ganito yung mga typical na scenario ng fixture. Isang bloke lang siya, tapos may lagayan lang ng screw. Yan. So, i-check nyo muna ulit. Right-click nyo to, normal to, then i-zoom nyo dito. Oh. Same center ba itong thread na to, tsaka ito? Same. Hindi siya duling. Same siya, hindi din. Same pala. So, ito, hindi din duling. Kasi may mga screw tayo minsan na nandito yung butas. Duling siya. So, pag siya i-inassemble nyo, minsan, pangit yung pagkaka-screw nyo kasi duling. So, pag ikaw ay nagdi-design, syempre, hindi mo iduduling yan. Dapat tama yan. Sir, paano kung ang gagawin ko, gusto ko maglagay din ng screw dito? Maraming way. So, una sa lahat, pwede ka uli mag-insert components, no? Then, select mo yan. Pero may shortcut yon. So, select nyo lang to. Pagka-select nyo yan, i-hold nyo yung control. Pagka-hold nyo ng control, i-drag nyo. Yan, lalabas na rin yan siya dito. So, hindi mo na kailangan mag-insert component. Mate nyo lang uli. Mate. Eccentric. Ayan. Ayan. Okay. And from dito. Dito. Ayan. Then lastly, yung front niya. Itong front na to, pinselect ko, mate. Automatic siya mag-parallel. Ayan. Wala na uling negative sign. Meron ka na nito. May shortcut pa uli dyan kung halimbawa maglalagay kayo ng mga screw. So, ang gawin nyo lang, right-click nyo to, copy with mates. So, yan, lalabas na yan. Then, select nyo tong point na to. So, saan siya concentric? Dito. Saan siya papatong? Dito. Saan siya parallel? Select nyo lang to, front plane. Then, check. Ayun na siya, oh. So, ulitin nyo lang dito sa butas na to. Ayan. Then, dito siya papatong. And sa front plane siya nakalagay. Then, check. Ayun. Meron na kayong simple na assembly. Ganyan. So, yan. Nakagawa ka na ng assembly. Paano kung halimbawa you are a design engineer then meron kang technician or assembler? Siyempre, tuturuan mo siya kung paano mag-assemble, di ba? Turuan mo siya kung paano mag-assemble. So, dito ngayon papasok, kung pupunta ka dito sa configuration, dito ngayon papasok yung tinatawag na exploded view. So, sa exploded view, right-click natin to, then exploded view, then magse-select ka ngayon ng mga pyesa. So, pero dito, pabaliktad. No? So, syempre, ito muna yung isa-select mo. Select mo yung mga screw mo. Ganyan. After that, pwede mo silang iangat na ganyan. Then, click, check. Okay. Right-click nyo uli. Sorry. So, after nyan, hindi pala dapat i-check. Dapat ay add step lang pala. Sorry. Select nyo rin to. Then, ipitin nyo sa taas na ganyan. So, pabaliktad yan. Meaning, kaya siya pabaliktad, tataas mo muna yung screw bago yan. So, yan yung exploded view na tinatawag. Na pag dinouble click mo siya dito, pag in-off mo yung exploded view, naka-assemble siya. Then, kung gusto mong pakita ulit, double click mo, yan siya. So, syempre, pwede mo siyang i-animate. Ganyan. Papatong siya dyan, tapos lalagyan mo yung 4 na screw. Ganyan. So, kung medyo picky kayo, dapat tayo. Nangyari dito.
So, any other concern?
So, yan. Ang ginagawa ng iba, ulitin ko ha. Edit ko itong ginagawa ng iba ganito.
Makukuha, pero nakapagpa-medical na.
Ginagawa nila isa lang. Yan. Done. Click lang. Ito yung ginagawa ng iba para isa-isa nilang so pag inanimate mo yan, isa-isa ngayon yan. Ganyan. So, ito lang ulit. Yun. Yun. Ganyan yun. So, sa pag-assemble. So, pwede mo siyang i-play yan. So, kung gusto mo i-reciprocate yung ano niya, yan, pagbabaklasin naman, ganyan. So, kung ibabalik nyo, ganito naman. So, ito, simple assembly lang to. Pwede mo tong gawin, halimbawa, pinagde-design ka ng mga makina, kung paano mo i-assemble yung cylinder heads, pwede mo siyang gawin. Pero ang mahalaga, dapat may model ka. Kaya kanina, ina-emphasize ko sa inyo na dapat maalaman lang kayo mag-model. Hindi kayo makakapag-assembly kung hindi kayo maalam gumawa ng 3D. So, yan. So, hindi pa yan motion analysis, ha? Assembly pa lang yan. Oh. So, ganyan yung pag-mate natin para makagawa kayo ng assembly. So, ngayon, ang gagawin ko, i-upload ko tong tatlong file na to sa sa classroom. Then I would ask you na gumawa ng assembly na naka-base dito. No. So we have screw, we have fixture block, and we have this manifold. Wait lang ha. Wait lang.